So I wanted to show off some kind of early decisions I've already been making with this drip campaign stuff I'm working on in Highrise.
Intelligentsia Coffee technical support. A coffee shop has technical support. You don't see that every day.
There it goes. Whoa, that was kind of scary. The coffee maker seemed like it wasn't working right. It's gonna be okay. She's kind of miserable today. She's sick again. Every morning I eat a salad of like spinach and broccoli and carrots and stuff in the morning. And now my friend over here wants to also eat spinach in the mornings. Hooray! That is so great! This is one of those days that I think exemplifies why kind of daily vlogging is tough. I'm not feeling particularly well, but I'm still doing it anyway. There were just some very early decisions about even where to put navigation for this thing, how to even get into starting a new drip campaign that I thought was interesting. So in Highrise, we already have, you know, this kind of main navigation: welcome, latest activity, good evening, contacts. You know, should there be a menu option there to say start a new drip campaign or start a new automation? Another aspect is like we have this, we have templates, which is a lot of our drip campaigns are going to be set on, they're going to use templates, like use this template, send it to these people in 2 days. So maybe that's where it should go. But as we kind of like thought more and more about this, people are going to not just send templates or not just start a new automation, but they're going to really rely on our filtering capability. And people are they get comfortable with filtering contacts on our contacts tab. They set up all these tags they're looking for, or they have a bunch of custom fields. To replicate this filtering capability in something else, I think is gonna throw people off. They're used to coming into contacts, searching for what they wanna do to contacts, and then doing them. So for example, you know, a lot of people will come in here and be like, give me all the people without email since a month ago, and now they can do all sorts of things. Like they can tag them, untag them, add permissions, delete them. And now they can also do bulk email. We added this bulk email capability. So I think it would be weird to add automations to anything else. So I think it's gonna make sense to kind of piggyback off this email tab, because setting up automation is very much, it's setting up email. And you might not be sending a bulk email, but you're still setting up automated email. So I'm going to piggyback off this. You click this email tab, and right now today it just goes to creating a new bulk email, which we call broadcast. But in the future, I think it's going to have a link up at the top or some other way of introducing start a new bulk email or set up automation. And by clicking on this automation link, you'll get into a screen that helps you set up your drip campaign using templates, using days, but you've now already kind of set up the filters, which I think is the primary thing that people kind of understand, and where to get into it is from that contacts tab. So they'll click set up automation. Now here, this is gonna look gross. There's nowhere, this is just some junk I threw up on the screen. But I'm now working on kind of like, how do I explain to people kind of what filters that they've picked without recreating our whole filter system again. I think we need to do something about this box. We finally have some organization stuff, shelves for the office, but it's heavy and we gotta get it built and over to the office. All right, here we go. We're gonna try and move this box. It's gonna take 2 people. Maybe just Lynette, because I'm gonna be filming it the whole time. Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah.
All right.
If Bailey moves. Excuse me, honey.
Excuse us, Bay.
What, you get the door, I'll get the box. Because I can, yeah, I can get the box inside.
You sure?
I am not sure of anything at this point. Okay, just gonna slide it in. This thing is heavy. Okay. Whew. It even says team lift. Good job.
One thing I found kind of interesting about this is right now what you see here, I made kind of like a fancy looking A box here. I'm inlining the CSS here. Here's some code where I'm like, you know, it's just really stupid, simple code, but it's like, here I am going through this hash of our filters, and I'm inlining a background color and a border. I've worked with some people before who've like looked at this and they make some funny faces, and it's a very naive reaction when people see inline code and they freak out. I mean, often, yes, if your app is full of a bunch of inline styles, it's very hard to, you know, take control of that. But right now, while I'm prototyping, doing these inline styles is the fastest thing possible. And speed versus the elegance of trying to shove everything and to pre-think like, oh, what is this reusable style I'm going to create? And in what style sheet does this belong in? That's a losing battle, because I don't even know if I'm going to even end up with this type of navigation. I don't know if I'm going to even end up with pages like this. Maybe I am going to end up recreating all of our navigation and reusing styles that I've created elsewhere. So it seems silly to avoid trying to inline stuff just for the sake of what you think is supposed to be the elegant way of creating something, and to do it right off the bat. Yeah, it's going to have to get cleaned up when this thing is ready, but for now, it's a really great way of prototyping that you shouldn't shy away from just because you think only newbies do something like this.
Cut my day early. Don't, I think I might have a flu. Maybe something that my daughter had this week. I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, I think I've got the flu. I don't know. I feel terrible. Like chills, fever, headache. And I can't sleep now.